Welcome to Primal Facts. In this video, we will talk about the 10 most fascinating psychological facts about quiet people. What is an introvert? The introvert is a person who is primarily energized by solitary work and who is more of a listener than a talker. Introverts are typically the shy, reserved, and thoughtful people in the room. They are not necessarily antisocial, but they are quite selective of their social interactions. Introverts often enjoy deep conversations with close friends and family but will limit their social interactions to those few people. Introverts are typically more reflective than extroverts, preferring to think before they speak or act. They also have a lower threshold for stimulation than extroverts do and need time alone to recharge their batteries. Here are Primal Facts' 10 most fascinating psychological facts about quiet people. 1. Introverts are more creative than extroverts. Extroverts might be more social, but introverts are more creative. There is a common misconception that introverted people are less creative than extroverted people. This is not true. In fact, according to a study by the University of Toronto, introverts are actually more creative than extroverts. Introverts might be more social and less inclined to seek out new experiences and opportunities, but they can still produce high-quality work in their own way. They are known for being able to focus on a single task for longer periods of time, which can lead to higher quality work in the long run. 2. Introverts think for longer periods of time. Introverts think for longer periods of time than extroverts. They spend more time thinking about things in their head and are less likely to be distracted by external stimuli. Introverts often have a deep well of knowledge about their area of expertise, but may not have the social skills to share that knowledge with others, which can lead to feeling misunderstood. Introverted thinkers are often deeply creative and imaginative. Introverted thinkers spend an average of 20% more time than extroverts thinking about things in their day-to-day lives. This means introverted thinkers may spend up to 2 hours a day thinking about what they need to do or the events that happen during the day, while extroverted thinkers only spend 1 hour per day on those thoughts. 3. Introverts are more sensitive to external stimuli and noises. Introverts are usually more sensitive to external stimuli, such as noise and light. They may need to spend more time alone and in low-stimulus environments to feel comfortable. Introverts may have a greater sensitivity to the amount of light and noise that they are exposed to. This means that they may require less time in these environments than extroverts do. 4. Introverts are better at self-reflecting and self-critiquing. The introvert is the one who is more likely to engage in self-reflecting and self-critiquing. The introvert is the one who will think about what they are going to say before they say it. They are more likely to question themselves and their actions. Introverts have a tendency to be more sensitive than extroverts. This means that they are more likely to take criticism personally and get defensive about it. 5. Introverts are motivated by internal factors. They do not need external rewards to keep them motivated. Introverts are self-motivated and they work because they want to, not because they have to. We should not expect introverts to be more productive than extroverts at work. In fact, the opposite is true. Introverts are more productive when they have a quiet environment and when they can work in their own pace without being interrupted by colleagues or bosses. 6. Introverts are more likely to have an anxiety disorder. It is not a secret that introverts are more likely to have an anxiety disorder. But what is not so obvious is why. Some social scientists believe that introverts are more likely to have an anxiety disorder because they are hypersensitive to their environment and the people around them. This sensitivity makes them anxious and nervous in social situations, which can lead to higher levels of anxiety disorders such as agoraphobia. Others believe that introverts may be more sensitive to their thoughts and feelings, which can lead to higher levels of stress due to the negative thoughts they experience on a regular basis. 7. Introverts tend to be more reserved and quiet than extroverts. The introvert has a tendency to be more reserved and quieter than the extrovert. This is because they are more focused on their own thoughts and emotions, while extroverts are more focused on the thoughts and emotions of other people. 8. Introversion does not equal shyness. Shyness is a feeling of discomfort in social situations, while introversion is a preference for less social interaction. Introverts are often seen as being shy or lacking in confidence, but this is not always the case. Introverts may be outgoing and enjoy socializing, but they may prefer to do so one-on-one with close friends or family members. Introverts also need to be alone to recharge their batteries and feel like themselves again. 9. Introverts are less likely to enjoy social gatherings. They are more likely to prefer one-on-one interactions and even enjoy solitude. They get exhausted from socializing and need time alone to recharge. It is not that introverts don't like people, they just feel drained by the sheer amount of interaction that is required in a party or gathering. 10. Introverts have better working memory. This means that introverts can remember more information than extroverts. They are also more detail-oriented and better at focusing on one thing at a time. The study in the article found that introverted children were found to have higher working memory capacity than extroverted children. This is because they are more likely to process information internally, and less likely to rely on external inputs for their thoughts and ideas. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.